Everyone wishes they were rich, even if they don't want to admit it. It might not be everyone's main goal, but financial freedom is always sought after. Obviously, not everyone can have enormous wealth. Sometimes, though, just looking rich is enough. What's the best way to look rich without actually being rich? Owning a classy car, of course. Though the SL class has been around for 64 years, spanning 6 generations and multiple body styles, we're focusing on one that'll make you look rich without breaking the bank, a 1982 R107 model. This third-generation SL looks even classier today than it did back then. The number in 280 SL refers to its engine displacement, a 280 running with a 2.8-liter I6. Prices for the 280 SL fluctuate wildly. You can find a heavily spiffed-up 69 model for $298,000, or you can find this 82 version for. The 2005 model car received a facelift, and it's from this model year where you can get one for pretty cheap. The 2002 SType was revered for its 4.2 supercharged V8, which at the time made it the fastest road production saloon car in the world. The 2005 model had redesigned front and rear aprons, a modified grille and rear light clusters, a new aluminum hood, and a new 2.7-liter V6 diesel engine. You can find one of these bad boys for as low as $9,000 if you look hard enough. It comes in both 4-seater coupe and 2-seater roadster versions, and both were modeled after the 3200 GT. The Spider is also commonly known as the 4200 GT. Italian designer Giorgetto Giugiaro designed this car as well as the Maserati Ghibli and 1971 Maserati Bora supercar, so you know you're getting quality here. While most of these cars cost $20,000 complete with all the amenities, including a 4.2-liter V8 engine. The hood was redesigned with a new bulge to mimic the original 240Z, and in the US new trim levels were narrowed. The 350Z is definitely a stunner, and you can get the 2007 model that looks much younger than its actual age. There are multiple $10,000 350ZS for the 2007 model. The Turbo R is a high-performance car that was produced between 1985 and 1999. It has a turbocharged 6.75-liter V8 nabbed from the Bentley Mulsanne Turbo. It also has retuned suspension and wider tires on alloy wheels, which was a first for the car company. If you don't mind our word for how solid this car is, Motor Trend also claimed that the Turbo R is the first Bentley in decades to deserve the famous name. These cars are pretty hard to find, but there is one currently selling for $20,000. Chrysler is not known for its overly expensive cars, but the Chrysler 200 is a pretty snazzy-looking midsize sedan. These cars were produced from 2010 to 2017, and you can get one of the newest models for a low price if you know where to look. The 200 lived across 2 generations, in 4-door sedan and convertible body styles. You can actually get one of these nice-looking cars brand new for just $22,000 new if you take it without the extra add-ons. Then you're looking at a 4-wheel drive 200 Touring with 9-speed shiftable automatic transmission. These second-generation models were equipped with either a 2.4-liter Tiger Shark i4 with the Elks base model or a 3.6-liter Pentashark V6 on the limited model, which produced 299 BAAAH. Fiat is not typically known for its high-end sports cars, but this beauty is quite the exception. The Fiat 124 Spider is a front-engine, rear-drive roadster that has been in production since 2016. It's based on the Mazda MX-5 Roadster, also known as the Miata, and was manufactured alongside it at Mazda's Hiroshima plant. It has the same platform, interior, and mechanisms as the MX-5, but it also has a Fiat turbocharged Mulchair 1.4-liter i4 engine, shocks, and a unique exterior styling. The 124 nameplate comes from the 1966 to 1985 Fiat 124 Sport Spider. Given its small engine, it only runs at 168 horsepower and has a top speed of around 144 miles per hour. It still looks awesome though, and you can get one almost new for around $23,000. Talk about a car that'll make you look rich. The Lotus Elise may look like a supercar, but it can actually be very reasonably priced. The Elise is a two-seater, mid-engined roadster that was first built in 1996. The first models were hand-finished with fiberglass bodies on bonded, extruded aluminum chassis, helping keep weight and production costs minimal. The first roadster was capable of a top speed of 150 miles per hour, but the 2005 model was perhaps even faster. It was the first Elise to be sold commercially in the United States. These quick roadsters were fitted with a 1.8-liter Toyota 1Z FEI4 engine, had relatively low horsepower, but still moved fast. Most 2005 models go for around $30,000 and above, but soon prices will skyrocket by the looks of things. The Jaguar XJ is the name of a long-running, full-size line of luxury sedans made by the British carmakers since 1968. From 1970, the XJ has been their flagship model, and the original version was the last Jaguar saloon to have had input by Sir William Lyons, Jaguar's founder. That 68 has been featured in various high-profile appearances, but we're talking about a newer model here, an X351, which has only been around since 2009. The X351 was unveiled in 2009 by Jay Leno and Elle Macpherson at the Saatchi Gallery in London. It's a longer and wider car than its predecessors but has smaller headlights and a squarer grille. The 2014 model had a minor facelift, upgraded suspension and rear seating, small cosmetic changes, but it was still powered by a 5.0-liter 385 PS V8 standard. Surprisingly, you can find a used 2014 model for around $20,000. One of the most impressive status symbols one can drive on the road has to be a Range Rover. We've seen all kinds of celebrities drive around in these posh British SUVs, and the Kardashians immediately come to mind. So why are they so sought after? Well, not only does the Range Rover Sport have an unspoken road presence, but its cabin and engine were equally as impressive. The late 2000s Range Rover Sport's interior was bombarded with supple leather, solid wood trim, and technological features that even outmatch some cars on today's market, and its 390 horsepower's 4.2-liter V8 made your journey not just smooth, but adequately fast as well. We found a 2008 model selling for just below $10,000, but here's a fair warning: they're not all too reliable. The Cadillac Quartz V is the old American company's take on a newly refined, high-performance sedan. It's the upgraded version of the CTS and has been around since 2004. There are 3 different body styles available, and they all have a pushrod V8 engine and sport-tuned suspension. These cars are fast, sleek, and best of all, inexpensive. They're much more affordable than, say, their competitors, the Audi RS6, BMW M5 newer models, not the one mentioned above, and Mercedes E63 AMG. A second-generation model, Quartz V, comes equipped with a 6.2-liter Lasa V8 supercharged engine with 556 horsepower, which allows it to reach 0–60 mph in just 3.9 seconds. Though these cars start at $59,995, you can find used models for less than half that, starting at around $26,000.